Yo, so what is going on, everybody? So we're back to another video, and on this video I'm basically gonna go over, basically the basics of what a VA is, websites on where to find them, what to expect from them, how to train them and stuff. Now we're not gonna go over exactly how to find them, like as in like an in-person type of video on this one. I'll probably try to do that separately, but this is just the beginner's guide of how to find them, what to expect, and everything else in between. Okay, all the expectations. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Make sure to smash that like button, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys think, or if you have any other questions that I may not have covered on this video. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So first and foremost, what is a VA? So a VA is a virtual assistant, all right, which means it's a worker from either overseas, over a different city, doesn't matter where, but it's someone who's willing to work for you through their laptop, internet, whatever, and basically get some work done that you may not be able to do or that you need outsourced. Now in this case, for us Amazon sellers, what we're hiring VAs to do is either take care of health account stuff, outsourcing like little minor things in the business like returns, stale inventory, repricing, keeping up with some Google Sheets on certain things, sourcing. So basically everything in between, or whatever you need for them to do for you. Okay, now as far as where to find a VA, in my experience so far, I've been using the website onlinejobs.ph. This is where a majority of us Amazon sellers are getting them from. I know some people use other stuff like Upwork, I think Fiverr if I'm not mistaken, or they hire like a company that manages VAs with the whole team and everything. So there's different ways to go about it, but the way I use it is through online jobs. You just make an account, post a job resume on there, and basically just wait for people to start filling up those spots, which will be pretty fast, honestly. Like once you make a job posting, within the hour you'll probably have a few candidates ready to basically apply. Now of course, when you're making these job postings, you want to make sure that you post something in the job posting when you're making it. So for example, let's say we're hiring a sourcer. You want to put in there, we're hiring a sourcer, this person will do blank blank blank, and then right in the middle somewhere you want to put something like, what's your favorite food, put it at the bottom of your resume. What's your favorite color, put it in the, whatever it may be. But you want to input something like that because you want to see who focuses to detail, who pays attention. Because if this person can't even do that one single thing just to apply for the job, then you can expect for them not to probably do a really good job on the actual job. So that's just a quick tip right there to do if you're thinking of hiring a VA. Now of course, like I said, we're not gonna go deep on hiring a VA on this video. We'll get to that on a separate one, so I can go really deep on there. So I'm just giving you brief descriptions of what to expect. Now keep in mind, if you're hiring a VA to do minimum stuff like checking your accounts, asking for reviews, keeping track of your monthly spends or anything like that, that's fairly simple. Any VA can basically do this for you. It doesn't take much to learn how to do that. But when it comes to sourcing and hiring a VA to source for you, then that's entirely different, because sourcing is a major skill that a VA will need to learn. Now there's two ways to go about it for hiring VAs when it comes to sourcing. One, you can hire one that already has experience. I know some people do. One of my VAs already has some experience, and it can work out. The problem with that is that even though they have experience with Amazon, with how like some of the sourcing methods are, you still have to end up training them your way of sourcing regardless. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, you can't expect your VA to know what you're looking for. They're just gonna go based off what their previous clientels were sourcing or stuff like that. And when they find certain products and you don't like them, well, there's a reason why. Now the other way is obviously training a person from scratch. So that's what I did on my first VA. Was I found someone that knew absolutely nothing about Amazon. Like they knew literally nothing, that like selling on Amazon was even a thing for third-party sellers. They knew that it was a big company, but they weren't aware about third-party sellers like me and everybody else watching this video. So going that route, like I said, you're gonna want to train them. You want someone to basically clone you, basically, on how your sourcing methods are. So you want to train them as much as possible. Keep in mind, this will take time to get them trained very, very well. So make sure you're also up to date on your own sourcing skills as well. Okay, that's one little minor mistake I made with my VAs. Since I source certain products in my business, we recently started getting into variations. And since I never really dealt with variations, so I didn't really know what to do. Like, I really didn't think it was much of a big thing. So when my VAs would find stuff with variations, I would approve them because I would think, okay, they look good, keep a charts look well. But come to find out, with variations, you have to read them differently. All right, you have to go within the keeper charts and look at certain statistics on there. And so because I didn't know that part, well, my VAs were just copying what I taught them. So since I didn't know, they didn't know. And so with that being said, I was making a few bad buys, mistakes on some of the leads. But knowing that now, I've retrained them, I've given them the proper details on how to, look at these type of things. And the stuff like that you really want to get, highly focused on yourself first before you try to outsource this part of the business to someone else. And now the leads are getting better, much, much better. And yeah, so doing that really upped the game for us for sure. So make sure you train them well. Make sure you train them exactly what you're looking for. Set your criteria. If it's a minimum $2 profit margin, make sure you tell them that, up front. Make sure you incentivize them if possible, please. Your VAs, they want to work, but if there's nothing to motivate them to look further and deeper for your business, I mean, you can't really expect them to do the top-notch job unless you're paying them a high salary from the jump. Now, if you're paying them a high salary from the jump, then that's different, right? You expect that type of work. But for the most part, most VAs, they're not too expensive, but it will vary. Which brings me to my next point, which is the pricing. Because, since people always ask me how much does a VA cost, it can vary. I know most people go based off like a $3, $4, $5 per hour type of wage. I found it easier to just set up a weekly base and just send them the same amount every single week. So that may vary from person to person. It could be $100 a week, 120, 130, 150. It just really depends, and it depends how good they are as well. So, but like I said, you can go based on the hour too. To me, I find that more harder to track just because you got to spend more time counting the hours and all that stuff. So depending on the pay, it could run you up $300 to $600 extra a month. But if they're finding really great leads, it'll more than make up for themselves. All right. Now, when it comes to tracking them and stuff, there are software that you can track them with in case you're suspicious, because you're trusting someone overseas with your business and finding stuff, and you want to make sure that they're trustable. So there's software out there that you can use. I never used them. That's just me. But I know for some people, they'll feel more safer with that. And another thing is that when it comes to logins and stuff, like logging in for your seller account, for inventory labs, or whatever it may be, there's also software like LastPass and some other stuff. You can just send them links, share your passcodes, they don't even see them, and just clicking those links, it'll log them in for them automatically. So that's another safety security right there, where you don't have to worry about that part, about exposing your passwords. And if you trust them enough down the road like I do, then you can give them that information if you choose to. But it takes time to build up that trust with your VAs and stuff, so just give it some time. But yeah, so aside from that, once you get the proper VAs, all the resumes, and you vetted some of them out, make sure you interview as much as possible the ones that you find really good. Because like I said, you'll have like 100+ people applying, and you want to weed out as many as possible up front. So that's why putting that little note thing in there is important, all right? And then once you've done that, then you can go down to like less than 10 people, interview them, give them a test if you want, see how they do, how they pay attention to detail. And from there, just hire one and see how it works out, give it a month or so, see how it goes. And if it goes very well, like I said, it'll start paying for itself in no time, okay? So, but yeah, as far as the basics, I think that pretty much sums it up that I'm aware of, or at least that I can remember, that I can think of. And remember, guys, a VA, they're people, all right? They're human beings like me and you. They also have bills to take care of. They also have family, whatever it may be. All right, they're no different than you and I, so make sure you treat them with respect and that you treat them very, very well. Okay, I know some people, they hire VAs left and right, and I mean, it's okay if you're trying to speed up the process. I understand that, but I mean, you at least gotta give it a shot, man, because I mean, like I said, these are people. They got bills to pay too, so you don't want to just throw people left and right, all right? And plus, if you treat them right, they'll treat your business right. And yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, I believe that is it for now as far as the basics. And like I said, on the next video or a future video, I'll get more in depth on what it looks like as far as the actual hiring process, what to expect on there, going through the website, and just stuff like that, all right? But yeah, so other than that, if you have any other questions or anything, be sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and that'll be it for this video. On to the next one. Peace.